How did early Buddhist art depict the Buddha? Imagine walking through an ancient temple, surrounded by intricate carvings and sculptures that tell a story of a profound spiritual journey. But if you're looking for images of the Buddha himself, you might be surprised at what you find, or rather, what you don't find. In the earliest days of Buddhist art, the Buddha was not depicted in human form. Instead, artists used symbols to represent him. These symbols included the wheel of Dharma, which signifies the teachings of the Buddha, the Bodhi tree, where he attained enlightenment, and even an empty throne or a pair of footprints. These symbols were used because they were seen as ways to indicate the Buddha's presence without showing him directly. For example, at the stupa of Barhut in India, you can see sculptural friezes that depict scenes from the Buddha's life, but he is represented by an empty throne or a wheel signifying the wheel of law. These aniconic representations were common until around the 1st century CE. The reason for this aniconic period could be linked to ancient Buddhist rules, such as those found in the Sarvastivada Vinaya, which prohibited showing the Buddha in human form. This prohibition may have been due to the Buddha's achievement of parinirvana, or release from the cycle of rebirth, which made his physical form less relevant. However, as Buddhist art evolved, particularly under the Kushan rulers in present-day Pakistan and northern India, the Buddha began to be depicted in human form. One of the earliest and most famous examples is the Bimaran casket, discovered in Depict near Jalabad in eastern Afghanistan. This casket, dated to the 1st century CE, shows the Buddha in a Greco-Buddhist style, influenced by Greek and Roman art. By the 1st to 3rd centuries CE, images of the Buddha in human form became more common, especially in the regions of Gandhara and Mathura. These images often featured the Buddha with a friendly face, spiritual aura, and specific bodily marks known as lakshanas. The way the robe was draped, leaving the right shoulder bare, was also a distinctive feature of these early depictions. So, when you look at early Buddhist art, remember that the journey from symbols to human form is a reflection of the evolving ways in which the Buddha's teachings and presence were represented and revered.